or like heaven, what he never saw here. So because of that, he soaked himself inside the book, and he came out. You know what he came out with? A first class, a very juicy first class. What? Because the environment. So just synonymous to what I've said before, the doctors. If we have them, I tell you the truth, very knowledgeable people that are willing to do their job, but no facility. For most of the facility they have, they are even like 100 years ago facilities that cannot take care of the current situation. The world is dynamic. You cannot use the same style of procedure in an operation you used in the 60s and now. You can't use it. It won't work. Those days, if you are going for an operation, maybe like appendix, you have to start praying, invite all the doctors or native doctors in the world. So look, I'm going to the theater, let me come here. Do you know that if you want to do the procedure now, in less than 30 minutes, they are done. Unlike before, that almost 2 hours, 2 days.
So you said.
So for the head, I said 30. That 30 is got to because the human capacity there, to me, I'm okay with it. Because if they go outside, they do well. But in terms of infrastructure, in terms of equipment, in terms of funding, in fact, they lost the remaining 70 from me.
So it's a fault of the government, not the fault of not the personnel themselves.
No.
Okay.
I tell you the truth.
But then, if we will progress. We'll talk about the education, oil and gas, power, and then we'll touch on the president's speech this morning. Something interesting. But then, if you compare Nigeria with the other countries that gained independence in Africa in 1960, okay, the other countries that gained independence in 1960, countries like Niger Republic, Somalia, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, of course, was the first. Congo Brazzaville is Congo. Chad, Democratic Republic of Congo, that is DRC. Cote d'Ivoire, Gabon, Madagascar, Mali, of course, Mauritania. These were the countries that all gained independence in Africa alongside Nigeria in 1960. If you compare all of them with Nigeria, Nigeria is way better than all of them in terms of Human Development Index. I mean, but this is Africa in Africa. Then when you now compare Nigeria with, I consistently make that comparison. 1st October 1960, Nigeria gained independence. Cyprus also gained independence. We're not half as good as Cyprus right now, but surely we have done better. I mean, our democracy is probably the most mature democracy in Africa, probably. If you look at it, let's look at our politics, for instance, our democracy, governance.
Okay, let me tell you, we're in a country where we have all blind. If you have one eye, that one eye becomes what? The king. Is that not so? Compared to what was on ground as it were then in Africa, Nigeria being the big brother. We're not looking at Nigeria as just a little entity. The big brother. For me, the other countries, those countries you just mentioned now, they are better than us. Because what was on ground for us to start with as an independent, if you look at those other countries you just mentioned, I don't think those things were also on ground like that. In terms of human resources, in terms of natural resources, we were better off. So I expected that our growth would have been in a geometric move, not in an arithmetic progression. So if you look at it from the arithmetic progression, those other countries you just mentioned, it's either we are at par or they are better than us. But if you look at it from the geometric progression, in fact, nowhere. Because we're just moving, we are just growing, but not really, no development. But we're just counting days, counting years, counting months, but no actual development because of what I know that we have in this country. Let me tell you, my brother, now if I give you 500,000 and I'm giving another person 100,000, of course I don't expect your speed to be the same day you go and invest. Even biblically there was I think comparable to that event. This one was giving 10, someone was giving, are you getting it? But even at that two of you will grow, but I expected that you should do at least better, because you have many options, resources at your disposal. Okay, but I'm not saying that we've actually not moved, but for me, I feel at 60, Nigeria should not be here. We should be in that place called there, that can be synonymous to the United States and other developed nations of the world. Then, I think in your course of interaction, you brought about politics in now, in terms of governance, democracy. Fine. In terms of democracy, fine. You say we are better than them.
No, but I mean, many other African countries have suffered coups, counter coups, battles, or people who have been ruling the country for over 40 years. We've seen that, but we don't see that here.
Yes. You know why? Why you cannot see that here? Because of the multi-ethnic nature of Nigeria. Nigeria is so complex that I can tell you the truth. There's no one ethnic group that can hitherto beat their chest that they will take over the affairs of Nigeria in total. I tell you the truth, there's no one ethnic group. That's the uniqueness of Nigeria. If you look at the amalgamation done in 1914, prior before the independence, you will know that Nigeria is a conglomeration of entities that were already on their own, strong empires and kingdoms, strong caliphates, that they, either by hook or by crook, they forced to become one, called Nigeria in 1914. They were already strong entities. Now they manage at the end of the day we got independent. That's why you see that Nigeria, because of our diverse nature, because we want to be one, we preach unity in diversity. That's to tell you that the entity called Nigeria is so strong that no one federative unit or zone, political zone, can really say they have all it takes to overrun the system. That's just the truth. No.
But some of these other countries are also multi-ethnic, like as much as Nigeria as well.
Yes. But in terms of size, in terms of population, you cannot compare them with all. And in terms of how they were before the independence or before they came together as an entity, let me tell you, it's a pity that as I speak, the Benin Kingdom, do you know the length of Benin Kingdom as it was then? Do you know the length? It grows so wide. Even the Oyo Empire, just name the Sokoto or the Kanu, the Sokoto Caliphate and the rest. They were very big. Before we now shrink them to become an entity called Nigeria. Even at independence, we gave away some. We gave away some part to Niger, some part to Cameroon, some part to other nations. That's to tell you how strong we were. Are you getting me now? So, fine. The military took over, they were cool, they were that. But however, at the end of the day, we were able to come out of the military shock. Now, we have our democracy. 1999.
Till now. Unbroken. We've had elections consistently. There's been transition from one president to another.
Which for me is okay. Which for me is a good one. Even though
we've even had a situation where a sitting president was defeated and he stepped down quietly.
Yes, in fact, to me it was a good one. It shows that our democracy, even though we are not there yet, but we are evolving to where we want it to be. Okay, and you can see even just the just completed election, you see the people at least to some extent, I can say they delivered themselves. They delivered democracy. Even with all the inducement here and there from both parties, but they went for their mind. They went for what they believe in. And thank God the umpire gave them that fairness, at least to some extent, for nothing was being turned. Okay, the will of people prevail, which is normal, which is okay for a democratic system. And I know that, like I was telling people, that as I speak, the Edo election has already given a very strong signal to the political class that is not game as usual.
All right, before we digress into politics, okay. One interesting thing, the president addressed the nation today in a 22-minute broadcast. And one of the takeaways from that was that he said, and I quote, "It makes no sense for oil to be cheaper in Nigeria than Saudi Arabia." I'm going to quote President Muhammadu Buhari verbatim. He said, "Petroleum prices in Nigeria are to be adjusted. We sell now at 161 naira per liter. A comparison with our neighbors will illustrate the point. Chad, which is an oil producing country, charges 362 naira per liter. Niger, also an oil producing country, sells oil at 346 naira per liter. Ghana, another oil producing country, petroleum pump price is 326 naira per liter. Further afield, Egypt charges 211 naira per liter, while Saudi Arabia charges 168 naira per liter. And then he ended that segment with, it makes no sense for oil to be cheaper in Nigeria than in Saudi Arabia. End of quote. How would you take that? What was the takeaway from that particular statement?
Well, for me, I don't even want subsidy in the oil sector. So sell it the way you got it. You get it. That's the truth. It's the bitter truth. Because over the years, they've hide under the guise of we are subsidizing, and they are looting our money and other things. So let us get it, sell it the way we got it. Man, I tell you, we can even sell less than that.
This comparison,
yes.
Now,
let's look at the indicator now. I'm telling you, let me land. Let's look at the indicator. If and only if you check, most of our oil, crude oil, they are not being refined here. We have to export it, refine it, and we're not buying it at a very big price. Now, if we have our local refineries, doing all of these things, see, the cost of transporting crude to other nations of the world to refine and then bring the product to us will be eliminated. And if you're able to put our house in order, I'll tell you, we can sell oil as for even 10 naira a liter. If we have the refinery all year, I tell you the truth. It's because if you check, if you want to do comparison, you know that the two entities you are comparing, they have the same strength and weakness.
Let's look at some of the strengths.
Yeah.
The minimum wage.
Good.
Saudi Arabia, which the president said it makes no sense to sell petrol at a cheaper price than Saudi Arabia is selling.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia has a minimum wage that is $800. Egypt as well.
Can you convert it to naira for me?
Okay, so if you're converting,
it will be better.
I was going to do a comparison with Nigeria's own too. Egypt has a minimum wage of $126.
Okay.
And Nigeria has a minimum wage of just approximately $79 for the individual. So if we are to do a conversion from, let's say, $800, maybe we use 400 naira as a benchmark. We would have for Saudi Arabia a minimum wage of 320,000 naira per individual, and for Egypt that number would be 50,400 naira. Okay. So we know how much the minimum wage is in Nigeria here. It's 30,000 naira compared to. So I mean, when the president was making the argument, the cost of petrol, would it not have been right to have also taken cognizance of the minimum wage and the purchasing power of these countries as well?
Sure. Though I'm not an economist, but at least in politics, I read political economy also. I tell you the truth, the level or the rate of inflation, which now come back to the purchasing power of your currency, differ from these states or these countries. Are you getting me? So you cannot compare with just minimum wage. I tell you the truth, our minimum wage can even be 1,000 naira, and people will still live well. 1,000 naira. Just like you have $1,000, you want to have 1,000 naira, for example. I tell you the truth. So it's not by the minimum wage. The higher the minimum wage, I tell you, the tendency of inflation, it will be high, because every other sector will increase, especially the non-formal sector that will so much depend on the transportation, purchasing of food items from the market, and all of them will just go up. So now we are increasing our minimum wages, and at the end of the day, our standard of living is actually falling. So it makes no sense when comparing all of this with minimum wage, because the indices here, as I speak, in a day, 500 naira cannot take you in a day. For me to come here this morning, I bought, let me not go there. Are you getting that? Let me not just go there. So for the president to compare Nigeria with Saudi Arabia, for me, wasn't a good thing at all. wasn't a good thing, because now the inflation rates differ, security situation differ, investment rates differ, and also value system differ. So, but me, I'm okay with the price if that is how it was gotten, without having it to be what subsidized. Is okay. But I know that with time, if Nigeria, if we put everything into in the cognizance and put things where they belong, like having refineries in our country, I tell you, if you go to most of this creek, we have local refineries. Sometimes you hear that military went there, operation whatever went there to scatter it, to burn it down, or whatever. And let me tell you, if you want to say the bitter truth, some of these products go to the market, and I've never heard one day that some of these products, they are not good for our consumption. So instead of destroying those local refineries, why not? Okay, fine. Oh, you can steal very well. Okay, come, refine you, rebrand you, and government make use of your strengths and build on your weaknesses for the system to consume. So most of these local refineries, if government really strengthen them wherever they are, I tell you the truth, a time will come at the price of crude or petroleum product, whatever, they will crash, because it becomes the forces of demand and supply determine the price.
The big question,
yes.
They say Nigeria is a diamond in the rough at 60. It's a rough diamond. Of course, that is a pun on the fact that we are celebrating the 60th, our 60th anniversary, which is a diamond jubilee. Now, you have pointed out some of the problems, you've made a couple of solutions, but the question always arises, at what point did we get it wrong?
Yes.
Where in history would you say this is the point where we got it wrong?
Good. In the 50s, we see okay, 60s, we see okay, 70s, in the 80s. If I fall enough, that was where we are having almost the peak in our oil and others.
The oil boom.
Yeah, the boom. Now, at that level, most of our human resource left this country. From that time till now, they are leaving this country. And let me tell you, no nation can be developed without human capacity, strong human capacity, because the natural resources, they'll just be there looking at you, but you need people. We need scholars, we need people to change these things into something valuable to move the nation forward. Now we got it wrong when we allowed our human resources, we call it brain drain, leaving this country. And do you know that even as 2 days back, I was thinking, Dan, are you sure you are treading in the right direction? Because with all your education, everything, when I look at the take home, I say, God, are you sure? I say, well, I'll console myself with the fact that I want to join in building this nation. Majority of us, they are all leaving, and they are even planning to leave the more. Do you know that some persons are already forecasting, after this COVID-19, most developed nations of the world may be looking for brain to help the economy to bounce back. And do you know that some persons are already thinking of leaving? And if you leave as a scholar from this nation, you are minusing from the development of this same nation. So we got it wrong when we allow, or if anytime we allow our scholars to leave us. Now, why do you think that most of these developed nations, they will come up with a lottery? Go and check. Most of the conditions in lottery to leave this country, if you check most of these conditions, you find out that it takes a scholar to meet up most of these conditions. And before you know it or knew it, they've all gone. And who will now be left to turn this country to the place called there for us? No, that's how we are getting it wrong. We are not able to hold our capital human resources that will help us to take this country to the next level. Who told you that our philosophers cannot philosophize here? Our doctors cannot do the needful here. They can, if they have good things. Even there are some that want to stay. The increase in insecurity. You are here, you want to do something, the next thing you are being kidnapped. In fact, somebody was crying, was it not some days ago? The trauma.
So is it all doom and gloom? Is there no light at the end of the tunnel?
There will be light. There is light. There will be light. That's why you see that we see how people out there that still believe that, no, this country is our own. We will not leave. Okay. We will do everything possible to ensure that we get to that place called there.
All right, just so you know, the president has arrived at the Eagle Square to inspect the parade. He just arrived right now, and the inspection is about to start. Okay, it's going to start in the next 5 minutes. But let's get you in on the conversation. It's time to talk to us this morning. All right, it's Nigeria at 60, Diamond in the Rough. 0706 263 9275, 0903 939 4427, or you can also call 0812 178 9154 for 30 seconds. Just give me your name, your location, and your submission. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Charles.
Morning to you.
Yeah, this is Mr. Omosipo.
Welcome.
Yes, happy Independence.
Same to you.
Yes, my guest in the studio. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, I think the only observation I have, Mr. Charles, this morning, if you look at the Nigerian statistics in our population, I think the politician is less than 5% of our population. If this is correct, why can't we, the 95% or less than 70% of our population, let's do the right thing for the next 1 year and see whether Nigeria will change. And I believe if all of us, 95% or 90% of the Nigerian population, I believe.
What is your definition? What is your definition of the right thing?
The right thing is just that as we are in the studio, environment. Likewise myself and likewise your guest in the studio. Let the politicians to be like the police people, the soldier, everybody outside the politicians. Let's do the right thing. The people sailing on the walkway, not beating on traffic lights, not urinating in the way you're not supposed to urinate. Do your duty as a citizen of the country. I think we'll be able to have a headway in such regard. Thank you and good morning, Mr. Charles.
Thank you and good morning, Mr. Omosipo. Last call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning. This is Vishu Bliss calling from Mission Road.
Shoot.
First of all, we have been independent to all Nigerians. It's such great that we are here today. So I think my own take in independence is Nigeria should rise up and stop being an ostrich who had its head on a little stick, thinking it's safe, while the rest of it is outside. So to me, I could have wished that the planned protest strike, if not because of the economic effect, I could have wished that Nigeria's masses, the masses, should stay like this, take a protest all over the country. So tell our leader that we are tired of the kind of situation we are in. Not that if not by God's mercy and grace, we couldn't have been talking what we are talking today. But let us hold our leaders accountable. Protest on daily basis and let them know that we are tired of this situation. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you very much. You too, and have a wonderful day yourself. I think we're almost out of time here. I'll just squeeze one message before I get your closing remarks, Dr. Dan. Okay, this message. Okay, all right. Can I just get your closing remarks, Dr. Dan? We're out of time already.
Okay, fine. I want to once again wish everybody happy independence, and I tell you that like what my friend Osifo said, we will get there if we do the right thing and believe in this country, that we must deliver this country from these persons, the politicians.
No, but quickly, I mean, if you can, in 30 seconds, if you could respond to this. We know that the fate, the destiny of the 95% of the people is determined by this 5%, right? Yeah. And that is almost how it is everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
The few determine the fates and the destinies of the many. In most countries of the world, just a few countries where they say no, everything must be a referendum. Yes. So in that kind of scenario, if the 5% are not doing the right thing, how does your own right thing that you do, how does it now measure up?
Yes, that's where the
30 seconds.
That's where the building of a system and synergy from the third realm of the political world, the civil society. This is where we come up and say, look, this will demand justice, we demand good governance, we demand this, and we demand that. So we should team out from the angle of civil society to tell this 5% that look, we owns the power, not you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Public affairs analyst, academic Dr. Dan. I'm sorry, I'm not going to try to pronounce your surname again.
But it's actually simple. Eno-wo-wo-me-ma. 6-syllable word.
Say it again.
Eno-wo-wo-me-ma.
Okay.
If you wish me good, yours will be good. Very simple.
Eno-wo-wo.
No. Eno-wo-wo-me-ma.
Okay, thank you for pronouncing it by yourself. My name is Charles Opperum. Okay, happy Independence Day to everybody listening, and have yourselves a wonderful day ahead. Good morning.
Join the conversation on KUFM's dialogue as we introduce written voices. You can now keep the conversation going beyond 10 a.m. Send us your views on topical or burning issues of the moment, news, current affairs, or social-political issues that you may wish to share your thoughts on. It must be civil, factual, straight to the point, and in not more than 150 words, and we will give it a voice. Send your views to kufmdialogue@gmail.com or via our WhatsApp platform on 0807 552 7556. Keep the conversation going. Dialogue. Your voice counts.
From Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM News Update.
The time is 10 a.m. Good morning and welcome to the KUFM News Update at 10. I am Charles Opperum. President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday called for a sincere process of national healing as the nation marks the 60th anniversary of its independence. The president made the call during the traditional independence address, which was broadcast nationwide. The healing, the president said, is necessary as the nation has consistently focused on contrived fault lines that have been allowed unnecessarily to fester. The president argued that to achieve a desired great country, the nation needs to solidify its strength, adding that the citizens must increase their commitment and encourage each other to do that which is right and proper, even when no one is watching. The governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has called on stakeholders to share their ideas on how to move the state forward, as his administration is open to everyone, irrespective of political differences or affiliation. The governor made the call when he received the executive members of the Young Progressives Party on a congratulatory visit. He commended the party for making themselves available as a vehicle of transformation. Governor Obaseki called on other political parties to join in the mutual pursuit of making Edo State better, noting that with the outcome of Edo State's governorship election last week, Nigeria has commenced the process of reforming her democracy. The Young Progressives Party was led on the visit by the state chairman, Ambassador Jones Iyobusa. Also, the House of Representatives has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to give effect to existing resolutions of the House bordering on the removal of service chiefs. The House also called for the establishment of a permanent military base in Shiroro, Rafi, Munia Federal Constituency of Niger to curb the rising cases of banditry, killing and kidnapping in the area. Adopting a motion sponsored by Honorable Shehu Beji and Honorable Saidu Duka, the House asked the National Emergency Management Agency to urgently send relief materials to the victims of the banditry attacks in the area. Presenting the motion, Beji lamented the increasing attacks in the area, which he said led to the loss of lives and property on a daily basis, adding that the operational structure of the Nigerian military in the area requires urgent reforms. Still on the House of Representatives on Wednesday approved the 2021 to 2023 medium-term expenditure framework with a new borrowing plan of 4.28 trillion naira, including foreign and domestic borrowings for the 2021 fiscal year. The House approved 3.12 trillion naira for debt and another 220 billion naira as sinking funds for the year 2021, while adopting a $40 benchmark. $40 benchmark at the 379 naira per dollar exchange rate, a daily oil production of 1.8 million barrels per day, and an inflation rate of 11.95%. The House approved the recommendation of its Joint Committee on Finance, Appropriation, as well as Budget and National Planning for the parameters for the 2021 budget of 13.08 trillion naira. The Joint Committee said it observed that majority of revenue-generating agencies of government engaged in arbitrary and frivolous expenditure, making it difficult to determine actual government earnings, with a large percentage of these expenditure being extra-budgetary. And finally, in the news update this morning, the Bayelsa State chapter of Medical and Health Workers Union of Nigeria has lamented the alleged unfair labor practices at both the federal and state government health institutions. The health union said although health workers were acknowledged as frontline workers and heroes during the peak of COVID-19 pandemic, they were not adequately remunerated for the risks associated with their duties, while preference was given to some unions. Its chairman, Barnabas Simon, who spoke in Yenagoa on Wednesday, said the recent warning strike by the union became imperative because the federal government reneged on its agreement with the union. And that's the KUFM news update on the hour. I am Charles Oporum saying thanks for listening and happy independence to you all.
KUFM. KUFM.
This is Two-Face Idibia.
What's up, my people? It's your girl, Yemi Alade.
My name's Illbliss, aka that Igbo boy.
Hit music right here.
92.7
KUFM.
Hello and welcome to another informative segment on radio. I've got here with me Mr. Ramsey from Cisco Computer Limited to tell us something really beneficial. So please stay tuned. Welcome, Mr. Ramsey. Please go ahead.
Thank you. It's yet another great era and time. The beginning of a new era for our lives. You see, I say this because recession, pandemic or not, success is not based on external circumstances. Rather, it is based on internal mindset. As we can see, so many dealing with crisis. Most have become paralyzed by it and not motivated by it to create something new. Now, most people want to have a new level in life with the same personality. I'm sorry, my dear. To have a new reality in life, you will need a new personality. In fact, to have a life you've never had before, you will have to become whom you've never been before. So are you out there listening and you desire a new economic level for yourself and your family? You need to start making extra income to help you effectively prepare for your project, or you desire to give your kids the best of education, or maybe you just want enough to give back to society. Whatever the reason is for you to have extra income, it's okay to desire. Now, Cisco Computers Limited, in partnership with Dream Alive Campaign, brings you a business summit for 2020. Here's what you need to know about us at Cisco Computer Limited. It is a Nigerian registered firm for past 10 years that has a track record of genuinely training people on different businesses they can do to help change their economic lives. Well, this time, it is in partnership with Dream Alive Campaign, powered by Realistic Dreams Initiative, a registered NGO whose aim is to empower Nigerians to live their dreams. Our team of professionals will be here for the 2020 Business Summit to teach and coach you on these businesses. 1. Car importation with little or no capital. 2. Empowered consumer business model. 3. Recharge card printing. 4. Home-based importation plus other bonuses attached. Now, this business summit will be holding up in Ekpoma this coming Thursday at GT Conference Hall, GT Foods Plaza, 15 Ihumudumu Road, Ekpoma. And also in Benin this coming Saturday at Realistic Dreams Initiative Office, upstairs of Rabjo House, opposite Baden Hotel, beside NNPC filling station by Limi Junction, Sapele. For your date of orientation and seat reservation, text your name and location where you wish to attend, like Ekpoma or Benin, to 0816 342 7142. Again, 0816 342 7142. And you will receive a response from our customer care shortly afterwards. Time is 10 a.m. Now, here's the business in detail. For car importation, my dear, we're here to expose to you how you can import cars effortlessly from USA and make good income for yourself and friends. Yeah, as you are attending this business summit, you will be surprised at the amount of profits car importers are making. Now, you can import directly and sell to dealers, or you can sell to individuals and you are the one to enjoy all the profits. Now, here's the benefit. You don't need to use money you don't have to acquire cars that don't have anyone to buy them. You simply select the car a friend or customer needs, and with little deposit, you can bring down the car to Nigeria and they can pay the balance. As you attend the summit, right inside the training, you can start working on importing your first car. Now, you also enjoy free financing support where you can pay small percentage of about 33% of the car and have it delivered to you. My dear, this is one business you can start with zero capital, because you can actually start by being the middleman and make great income for yourself and family. The second business mentioned is recharge card printing. Now, here is the simple statistics of recharge card usage in Nigeria that will blow your mind. According to Punch newspaper publication, date March 28, 2019. Check it out. It states clearly Nigerians spent 767 billion naira on airtime in 3 months. 3 months. This shows us clearly how huge the market is. We'll teach you and show you how to purchase the raw pins, process them, and print them to sell. Now, to start and run businesses, you will need what is called recharge card printing software. We sell them now at 30,000 naira, but the participants at the seminar will get it for 10,000 naira, as well as other discounts such as high-speed laptops sold for 39,500 naira. Please note, you don't need a special license to start this business. So be you a graduate, undergraduate, civil servant, businessman, you can do it. Once again, this business summit will be holding up in Ekpoma this coming Thursday at GT Conference Hall, GT Foods Plaza, 15 Ihumudumu Road, Ekpoma. And also in Benin this coming Saturday at Realistic Dreams Initiative Office, upstairs of Rabjo House, opposite Baden Hotel, beside NNPC filling station by Limi Junction, Sapele. For your date of orientation and seat reservation, text your name and location where you wish to attend, like Ekpoma or Benin, to 0816 342 7142. Again, 0816 342 7142, and you will receive a response from our customer care shortly afterwards. Time is 10 a.m. Apart from car importation and recharge card printing, we also have the empowered consumer business models. Now, I know you may be hearing this for the first time. This is exactly the business model that Realistic Dreams Initiative NGO uses to mentor and coach serious-minded individuals to build their businesses. Now, here are the features you stand to enjoy. 1. Low startup capital. 2. Free business coaching. 3. They'll help you prepare economically for your retirement or education financing, and many more. Amazing, right?
Alright, for the benefit of someone who might have just tuned in and wondering what this discourse is all about, could you do a recap, please?
Well, if you just joined us, you may have missed a lot, but here's a quick summary. This is Cisco Computers Limited in partnership with Realistic Dreams Initiative, bringing live to you a Business Summit 2020, where you will be taught about car importation. That is, making all the profit car importers and dealers make by importing cars effortlessly from the United States of America. And all you need is a small amount, car is delivered to you, and then the balance can be paid. A small business anyone can do, as Cisco Computers will also give you special assistance. Secondly, recharge card printing. They will teach you how to print your own recharge card. Now remember, recharge card printing software at Cisco's computer sells for 30,000 naira, but we'll be giving it out for 10,000 naira at the summit, plus our high-speed laptops that goes for 39,500. And thirdly, empowered consumer business model for serious-minded business fellows, where Realistic Dreams Initiative NGO will help you add another source of income to your stream. Now, as we continue, we also talked about home-based importation. With this, you will discover how to import products from China, UK, and Dubai. Also, you would learn how to privately label your own products, thereby giving you your own personal brand. My dear, with as little as 3,500 naira, you can start this business and make cool income for yourself. Can you imagine buying a woman's jewelry for about 50 naira and reselling it in Nigeria for 1,000 naira? Or flash drives, memory cards for 300 naira and resell at 5,000 naira in Nigeria? That's what we're talking about. With a little startup capital of 2,000 naira, you can make so much importing your own products. This business summit will be holding up in Ekpoma this coming Thursday at GT Conference Hall, GT Foods Plaza, 15 Ihumudumu Road, Ekpoma. And also in Benin this coming Saturday at Realistic Dreams Initiative Office, upstairs of Rabjo House, opposite Baden Hotel, beside NNPC filling station by Limi Junction, Sapele. For your date of orientation and seat reservation, text your name and location where you wish to attend, like Ekpoma or Benin, to 0816 342 7142. Again, 0816 342-7142. And you will receive a response from our customer care shortly afterwards. Time is 10 a.m.
All right. Could you share with us materials participants will get at the summit, and how much is the summit fee?
Now, when you come, you get our discounted products, which is a video classic CD that contains 2 videos on how to convert a simple UPS into an inverter with no experience in electrical and electronics. 2, 4 videos that teaches you how to mount and connect CCTV cameras and monitor them anywhere. You will learn them and make cool cash mounting it for others. 3, 5 videos on how to build a solar power system. And 4, 7 videos on how to bake cake. All this for just 2,000 naira. Now, after hearing this, one wonders what would be the cost to learn all the 3 businesses. There, with just 3,500 naira, you are covered for all the businesses. Now, we'll be giving you manuals, printed form and CD form, all free of charge. For your date of orientation and seat reservation, text your name and location where you wish to attend, like Ekwoma or Benin, to 0816 342 7142. Again, 0816 342 7142. Again, 0816 342 7142. And you will receive a response from our customer care shortly afterwards. Time is 10 a.m.
We are aware of the presence of COVID-19 and we are all in the fight to prevent its spread. What plans have been put in place to ensure the safety of participants?
Now, very importantly, please note that in compliance with the government directive, social distancing will be maintained. Face masks and sanitization protocols will be duly observed, and we will take only 50 persons per session. Thank you and see you there.
Well, you've heard it all. This is where we'll call it a day. See you some other time.
Hello, entrepreneurs, business owners, and organizations. KUFM 92.7 has an impressive and constantly expanding number of followers online. You can now advertise your goods and services on KUFM's social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Take advantage of our online presence and reach out to our growing audience at very affordable rates. Call 0703 109 4612 or 0806 530 5657 or 0802 232 7191 or visit our marketing office, top floor, Enterprise Foundation Building, number 62, Ihama Road, GRA, Benin City. KUFM, your business growth partner.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 600 billion, and the last kobo. Oh yes, we follow the money. It's all about the business and the business of business. The gains and the losses. The bulls and bears. The rise and falls. The risk and the satisfaction of seeing the last kobo rise to millions. On KUFM's Business News, the simple and complex jargons of business just make sense. Get the trending news on the morning market, forecasts, investment opportunities, policy changes, and other breakout information on the ever-busy world of business. KU Business News, Monday to Friday on our news dawn, 6:30 to 7 a.m.
Plenty there to win for the 9 Mobile Mega Millions promo. 90 people go home 1 million naira every day for 90 days. 2 people go win smartphones every hour, every day. The one wey sweet pass na the 10 million naira grand prize. If you no be 9 Mobile customer, move come our side or buy a new line. In addition to the plenty millions and smartphones, we go sama you with 1 gigabyte plus 500 naira airtime instanta plus up to 100% data bonus for 1 year. Recharge 200 naira and above. Make you for the win. Promo starts August 10 and ends November 7, 2020. And is approved by FCCPC.
9 Mobile.
When you wake up in the morning, before you start your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
a tasty, nourishing breakfast of Kellogg's cereal, powered with the goodness of grains and 11 essential vitamins and minerals. Now also available for just 50 naira.
Breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
Listen to this announcement. Are you already in business or planning to start up a new business and finances have been the challenge? This is the opportunity you've been waiting for. Government has packaged loans for civil servants, uniformed person, and those into agricultural businesses like animal husbandry, crop farming and processing, and other forms of businesses at 9% interest rate per annum. You can access up to 10 million naira for small businesses and 1 billion naira for large businesses, up to 7 years repayment period and 1 year grace period. To qualify for this loan, you need to undergo training. The training is this Saturday. Kindly register before the date due to limited space. To register, contact Owofu Worldwide, 2nd floor, 157 Uselu Lagos Road, beside Old Nepa by Uselu Markets, Uselu, Benin City, or call 0706 433 4855. That is 0706 433 4855. Announcer Ode A. Idoko, Managing Partner.
People keep asking if I'm back.
Are we back?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Yes, we're back! We have been off for a while and I know you missed us, craved us, loved us, but we are back and better.